Hi guys, welcome back. It's me, Lori from Tiori. So let's get this thing started while this creepy music is here. I shuddered when his eyes turned cold, but I stood my ground. I said, bring it on. I will be here as long as I need to. A month is nothing to me, and I already decided anyways. Nothing can change my mind. Last warning. I'm never fond of persistent people. What makes you think I care for your life? He stepped closer until his nose almost touched mine, and he grabbed my chin, forcing me to look in his cold eyes. I never asked for help anyways. Why don't you just mind your own business and we'll all be good? Oh, whoops. I made a choice, but I guess I averted my eyes for a moment. I think it's a bit late considering I've claimed my spot as your friend 2 months ago and dived your head first into your business, isn't it? Try and don't die first before I do, okay? You can count on me. Okay, that was kind of creepy, but late in the afternoon. Mebak Tamara, come play with us. You brats came again? Too bad, Tamara can't play with you today. Why? What's wrong with Mebak Tamara? Yuta snorted. The twerp got herself a mild stomachache. How? Well, you see, that's what you get for not eating your veggies. What? That can't be. Really? Yeah, if you don't eat your vegetables, your stomach will be eaten by red worms. Red worms? Don't you know that meat has worm eggs in it? When they hatch, hundreds and hundreds of red worms will crawl inside your stomach. And you'll be dead. Slowly eating it. Making holes inside your stomach before they breed more eggs. And then, ooh, the pain. Just when you thought you couldn't stand the pain anymore, your stomach will rot. No way, gross. Lies. Ew. Mas Mitra. Went too far. Are you antagonizing the kids again, Yuta? What, me? Of course not. Now, why don't we go out to our usual spot, Ashy? Now, what happened with Tamara? The twerp is fine. Let's go. Why do you suddenly act so spoiled? Only to you, Ashy. Can we go now before I have to do my night shift? Alright, just let me give Tamara her medicine. Tamara, go ahead, Yuta. Fine. I spent the rest of the day in bed due to stomach aches. I shouldn't have gulped that down. Oh, I'm sorry for coughing. You three again? Sir Mitra, we apologize, sir, but we already asked our friends to fill in for us this time. Really, why are you guys so persistent with ignoring my orders? One of you interested to court her? Oh no, sir. We have no intentions to court her. You don't have to worry about that. Me? I just don't want you to trouble Chief Sukuma and her guests with your whims. Sorry, sir. But we have heard that you're planning to court the traveler, so we just wanted to deliver our respects and wish her luck. What? Oh, what? Where did you hear that about? The woman in the village said so. Oh, are they talking about Ashy? You You should have known better than to believe some random rumors. I won't tolerate this attitude anymore. If I ever find any of you near Chief Sukuma's house again... We are so sorry. Please excuse us. What's with the long sigh? I think I heard those voices again, or is it just my imagination? You're going crazy, Tamara. Oh well, what should I do today? Take a walk around Loma, go help Granny, or did I forget something? Now that I think of it, there's something I have to do. Remembering something important, I took my herb basket and a pot with me before departing to Hakuna Cave. What did we forget? When I arrived, I picked a spot near the cave's entrance and immediately made a small fire to boil a pot of water. You see, I ran out of medicine for Rexa's legs, so I need to make more. But the process is not going to be pleasant for a certain person. When the water boiled, I peered inside my basket, and then glanced over to the cave where the sleeping Komodo resided. Well, whether he likes it or not, here we go. I carefully took some specific black herbs out and put them in the boiling water. The reaction was almost immediate, and my eyes watered at the horrible smell it emitted. I blocked my nose with a piece of cloth I brought and started to stir the foul mixture. Not long after, a curse followed by what sounded like profanities could be heard from inside the cave. I raised my eyebrows since it was the first time I heard Reska cursing, almost like Yuda. Almost, at least. Goodness, what are you boiling, woman? Rexa shouted, apparently not able to contain his irritation. I'm boiling some herbs for your leg. Be patient. If I boil them a little longer, the smell will disappear. If I didn't know any better, I would have thought you were trying to knock me out so you could kill me, he sneered. Gee, you sure know how to think like a villain. Ever since last week, Rexa didn't ignore me or glare at me anymore. He chose to calmly observe me every day when I cooked or treated his wounds. I think I may have some of his trust. I'd say we were even friends by now, though we still needed some work to have some basic civil conversation. Ugh, why are we following that foul smell again? 'Cause we're gonna stop the smell from destroying our village. Yeah, what will we do if everyone's nose melted? Oh no, I internally cursed myself as I took the risk of someone finding out of this place. I thought that 30 minutes of boiling a herb wouldn't hurt, but that simple decision could cost me Rexa's life. I think it's just someone cooking burnt, or maybe from some herbs. There's nothing wrong with us checking it out. No, they're just children. I'm sure I can work this out. As the children's steps grew closer, I took a deep breath to calm my hammering heart. Huh? Magwak Tamara, what are you doing here? I'm boiling some charcoal herbs. I didn't do it in the village since I don't want to disturb the neighbors and with the foul smell. See, what did I tell you? Pupusa said as she blocked her nose with her hands, following with the two boys. Can we go now? It smells gross. Big Black Tamara, why don't you come play with us when you're done? Well, I'm a bit busy right now, and... Tamara, who are you talking? Rexa walked out of the cave and froze in place when he saw the three kids. All my hard work to hide him just turned into dust. I really wanted to smack him on the head right now. Who is that? Is that your friend, Makbak Tamara? I released the breath I had been holding. I was so fortunate that the kids apparently hadn't met any Komodo. Yes, he's my friend. Rexa, meet Danny, Eris, and Pupusa. He has no wings. Is he like you, Magdamara? No, not exactly. The children approach Rexa, crowding him with a childish curiosity in their eyes. What happened to your leg, Mas Rexa? Does it hurt? Of course it hurts. That's why Magdamara boiled some herbs for you, right? Pupusa stared at Rexa innocently while Rexa was positively dumbfounded. He shifted uncomfortably in his spot while I stared at them with worry. Yes, Magdamara is taking care of me. Does it still hurt? Eris pointed at his injured egg and he flinched. I had to step in. It's time for Mas Mishra to go back to his bed. Don't bother him too much, children. Why don't you bring Mas Rexa to Grandma Sukuma? Make life easier. Mas Rexa here doesn't like to go to crowded places. Then we will bring him to Granny Sukuma here. No. I was panicked when they started to run off, but thankfully they stopped. Each of them stared at me curiously. No. Master Rexa doesn't want anyone else to take care of him besides me. Oh. Pupusa gave a knowing look and I blushed a little. That came out a little wrong, but it worked. Eris shrugged. Fine, then why don't we go for a swim? Hey, that's a good idea. Let's wash out this disgusting smell. Okay, that was loud. They shouted with glee, quickly stripping and jumping into the shallow waters of Hakuden Falls before I could say something. The short time they took to strip was amazing. I looked at Rexa and he looked just as stunned as me. A bit relieved by the turn of events. The smell of the foul herbs were long forgotten. Rexa, it would be wise to hide your whip until they're gone. Right. His voice was strangely solemn as he looked over the kids with a poker face. Unable to read his face, I just resumed to sit in front of the pot. I watched over the kids while stirring the boiling pot. Rexa sat near me and continued to observe silently. And with that, my day is over. After the children had their fill of swimming, I dried them off with a big towel and they soon crowded over Rexa again. They were very curious about Rexa, but fortunately they were not pushy. Just knowing that he was my friend assured them that Rexa was their friend too. Though they had an unhealthy interest about his injured leg and tattoo, poking and touching them whenever they had the chance. I was very worried that Rexa might snap or something, but he was surprisingly very docile around the children. He just sat there, listening and letting them poke him. Maybe he had a soft spot for kids, okay? I was even more surprised that Rexa obligated to tell him something details about his tattoo. Ooh, can't read. This tattoo is a heritage from my father, Chief Silva. From where I come from, a chief will give his first son a tattoo on his 19th birthday. It's a symbol of freedom, power, yeah, of course. Power and the responsibility I bear. Wow. So that means you're a prince? What's a prince? A prince means he's an awesome person and going to be the next chief, dummy. Rexa softly chuckled. Rexa chuckled? What? What is life? Is the apocalypse coming, huh? A foreign feeling was formed inside my stomach when his usual cold demeanor transformed into amusement. Yeah. And even now, he even smiled. The kids were making miracles and they didn't even know it. I was a little reluctant to separate Rexa from the kids since he looked happier than I ever saw him. But it had to be done since it was already afternoon, and I didn't want to risk anyone discovering Rexa while searching for the kids. Puspa, Danny, Eris, I think it's time to go home. Mitra must be worried about all of you, right? They made sounds of disappointment, but as I urged them to go, they complied. I even managed to convince them to keep this a secret. I told them they won't be able to meet Rexa again if they ever told anyone about this. Bye, Mass Rexa. Bye. When they were gone, the atmosphere turned stiff with silence. It was as if the children brought a light when they came, and it was gone when they left. The avians. The avians are much more similar to Komodos than I thought. Do they remind you of the children from your village? Yes, though mine were less cheerful. Did you know that avians and Komodos used to live together in peace? Rexa looked a little taken aback. I didn't know. When I was a child, I was forced to live in the mountains to improve my physique. Though you can see that didn't work. I stared at him in confusion. When I got back, Komodos were already at war with avians. As the only son of the chief, it was my duty to protect my people. He quirked an eyebrow at me when I looked at him all over. What? His tone turned defensive. I don't know what you mean with improving your physique, but I think you're just fine. Rexa glared at me as if I said something offensive. Are you blind? How could this body be fine? Are you mocking me? My god, he has a really short temper. No, of course not. I just think you're fine the way you are. It's not my policy to judge people from their appearance anyways. Rexa eyed me critically. There's more to a person than just their appearance, like their ambitions, dreams, attitude. Oh god. He scowled at my emphasized part. I'm sorry, guys. Personality and the way of life are more important than their appearance. He gave such a surprised look, neither defensive or angered. Maybe he didn't expect me to say something like that. Well, maybe appearance matters a little. I muttered as I glanced at Rexa's charming features. I would be a hypocrite if I didn't admit it, and I think this is going for way too long. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you click that like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. See you guys soon. Bye.